Okay, I'm gonna take a moment to speak about God's grace. And the analogy that I'm kind of using is that when the holy touches the worldly, it's gonna hurt. And that means that God's grace isn't always a silver plate or a buffet platter. I mean, it can look like that at times, but God's grace, a lot of the time, which we overlook, is in the form of challenges and trials. There's a verse that I like, James. I can't remember it, but it's like, wait, let me look it up. I should have done that before, but yeah. There's a verse that says that take it into all goodness that you run into trials, for it builds your character. And I think we tend to forget that, especially when we're in the moment of trials and tribulations. It's easy to forget that God is good and God is here. It's so easy to forsake Him and just say that He isn't, but the Lord gives His toughest battles to His strongest soldiers. You know what I mean? And alright, I'm done quoting other people's stuff. I'm gonna talk about what happened in my life recently, or what's been happening. I think I don't know how to express emotions, and most of my life I felt like growing up I had to be quiet and I had to shrink. And so now that I'm growing out of that and stepping into my own skin, it's like, how do I mourn the kid that I was, who just wanted to be a little goofball or whatever, you know? And so now I find it so hard to talk about how I feel, and I find myself people pleasing a lot because I just want everyone to be happy, and I don't want to be a burden, and I don't want to, and so this sometimes leaves me very restless and very lonely. And it's easy to forget that God exists when you're alone at night and your thoughts in your head are telling you how worthless you are and you know, how much of a waste your life is. But God is there. He's exactly in those moments where you think He isn't. That's exactly where He is. That's exactly where He operates. I don't know what He does, but there's something that transforms in you, not precisely in that moment, but after. Once you get through it, the strength that you inherit after battling spiritual battles. These aren't worldly battles, because the devil is trying to fight the angels for your soul or something. I don't know what that means, but what I do know is that whether you believe in God or not, once you get through the hardships in life, it can feel a little easier, but you have to get through them. So this is for the future me who's in that state of mind where everything feels so freaking restless and everything's moving so fast in your brain and you don't know how to slow down and be here. You're here. Wake up. Wake up. You're here. You're right here. Okay? And everything is gonna be okay. This is a miracle. Can't you see how blessed you are? Can't you see how wonderful your life is? How privileged you are that you're not dead? That you're not on the streets begging for money? Because there are people who don't have families. There are people who are hungry every day, who don't know where their next meal is gonna come. And so, look at you just just be grateful, okay? And the gifts that you have, they have a purpose. Never doubt it. Because when you have a gift, it isn't something that you get, it's something to give. You know? When you have a calling, when you have a purpose, it's so important that you tend to it, that you take care of it. Because if you don't use it, then you're gonna lose it. And these gifts, whatever they may be, however confusing they may feel, however empty it may be at times, if it feels like God isn't there, He is. Okay? So, I just wanted to kind of wake you up and remind you that life is so short. Really, we're just here for a freaking second, and it's all gone. What do you do with that second? I don't know. But be good. Be nice. Try not to be perfect. Just exist. Enjoy it. Find something that you would love to be obsessed with. You know, but not the way like Obsession was, like Curry Barker's film. Basta. Just have a purpose in life. Whether it's just to be a good person, whether it's to have fun, whether it's to, have a purpose in life. Run your own race. You're not in competition with anyone around you. This is your life. Nobody's watching you. Nobody cares. So, just be still and remember that everything's gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be okay. If it's not good, then God's not done with it yet. Got that? So when you fall into trials and tribulations, just have it in the back of your mind that maybe this is God testing your character, building it, strengthening it, so that future you can enjoy. So that future you can look back and say, thank you, past me, for surviving, because that was pretty freaking hard. We all go through hell every now and then. But like all things, it will pass. Fight. Keep fighting.